Hi everybody and welcome to day 4 of rebuilding this Delorean time machine. Now it's been about a month since I was last here. I was finishing up some filming, so now I'm back. I can continue where I left off. Now I've got a few extra elements. Once again, the vents are still going to be a few more days because I didn't chase the welder, so we didn't do it because I didn't think I needed them. So the vents are coming. There was a slight repair on one, so that's what he's now going to do, is just do that. Then we can get those on, but what I'm going to concentrate is get the rest of the stuff on the bulkhead that I can get on and get it fixed. I've got these little alley boxes which are perfect, so these can go on the car. These are actually 3D printed boxes on an aluminium plate, which means a lot cheaper than what is currently available. But if you can't actually get what's available, you get the next best thing, which is this. So once I've got that lined up, I can screw that in, which would be good. Then I can get a few of my wires on and onto the terminal strips and start feeding everything in, and I'll wire up what I can. I've also got the interior to finish, which is finishing the bulkhead off so I can get the touring motor in position, and then I can get the VSR that we've got. It's not an accurate one, but that's the only bit that can be replaced at a later time, so that's not too much of a worry. And then we can start looking at getting a few of these pipes and extra bits added. I've now got a braided hose that's arrived from online, so that's good. We'll replace this one with the new braided hose and new weather tag, and yeah, we'll just have a little bit of a tweak. I've also got the fuel cables over here, braided fuel line, which will be for around the reactor core, and then obviously I've got these 3D printed bits of pipework which are actually meant for the top of the flux capacitor box, but they're the same fixings there which are on the front of the reactor core. Make this fuel line longer, and then that is the back fixing that goes onto the oil separator. So actually these are the same bits. So if you can get these printed, these are 3D printed, means you can paint them up, cut that middle section out and replace it with the fresh hose that I've got, which is right here, which is a fuel line, which is a braided hose fuel line. So that's the same size. That will just pinch on, and once they're painted I can actually install those onto the front, and that will help complete the look of that. So I've got loads of bits and bobs to do today, and what I'll try and do is I'm gonna probably do a time lapse on some stuff, and then I'll explain what I've done after, just because I don't know where to start currently. So I'll see how far I get and we'll go from there. Hi guys, so it was a long day today, but I'll show you what I've done. I've managed to fix these alley pipes on. I've also managed to get a few of these fixings in for the tiger hose. These aren't connected yet because I'm going to sort them out and tuck them in nice and neat. I've also got the fixings for the hoses that will go on the side of the vents. They've all been fitted. I've also fitted this alley box on the side with a heatsink on top, the orange tube and the Drantrol. So if I spin this camera around this side, there we are, you should see that's all been fitted in there. I've put terminals on these already so I can wire and split, and then these are fixed on as well, ready for obviously the hoses that will run down. I've also done inside, well, a bit dusty, but I've done the dashboard. I've still got to do the wires that come out of this section and the cable that's going to come out the back of the Speedo, but apart from that I've actually managed to get the Rowans in position, get the little terminal strip there fitted with the wires and running through, and obviously the heat sink and all the other bits in there, so that's good. Then you come to the dash and I've put this strip in, and obviously I'll add the extra cables when I'm just waiting for some red. And then if I pull this back here, we've done the entire bulkhead. which is handy. So slightly different because I've had to move around obviously pre-existing sections of the car, but we've got the oxygen tank in on a little box, we've got the gold heat sinks, we've got the flux capacitor. Also over there I've got the Touring in position with the correct hosing coming out, some more of the orange cables and stuff coming out of the terminal boxes, and then obviously the orange cables, and then the two gold heat sinks over the other side. So if I hit a little switch on here, we wanted the Touring to glow blue, so I've hooked that up, and then obviously in line with everything else that will turn on. It looks pretty good having all of that working together. Obviously all the dash and everything will light up, and roof box, and yeah, it's all come together really well. So it's been a long old day today. Sorry I've not managed to actually get much in the way of in the way of filming. It's just taken way too long to fabricate bits and actually put stuff together. So at least I'm happy with how it is, and I will continue tomorrow. So thanks for watching this little update, and yeah, it's nice to get the car back up and running to nearly being done.